Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You know what time it is. It's time for the AFC and NFC championship game predictions. It's championship weekend, guys. We are approaching that time. We are 2 games away from the Super Bowl, and then boom, it's Super Bowl, and then obviously the season's over. It's kind of sad, though. The season's wrapping up real quickly. I really enjoy doing all these predictions. I'm sorry that I'm posting another football video. I don't have a lot of mainline content at the moment. I haven't had time. But obviously, once football season's over, once the NFL season is over, no more football videos. I'm going to have to make my traditional content, which is fine, of course. I will try to get a video out as soon as possible. Um, yeah, I'll try to do my best. But, anyways, I had a great week last week, actually. The only game I got wrong was the Bears and Rams game, and the Bears generally did almost pull it off, except Caleb Williams made an unnecessary throw that he didn't have to do that. They're almost, I think they were already in field goal range or they were close to it. They could have won the game right there, but they didn't. But whatever. Again, I had a great week last week. I got all my games correct, most of them again, except for the Bears and Rams game. So close to having that perfect weekend I always wanted. I've gotten close to it before. Pretty sure the one time I got really close to it was, I think, when the Packers tied the Cowboys, and I think the Browns beat somebody that they weren't supposed to beat or something. Nevertheless, Broncos took care of the Bills, but they won the battle but lost the war because Bo Nix is hurt and he's out for the rest of the season, or the playoffs, I guess. Seahawks handled the 49ers, absolutely throttled them. I love how the 49ers fans say, oh, well, Purdy's 4-0 in Seattle, and the 49ers are, better. And then the moment they lose, they blame their injuries. Okay, so why were you? I don't know. They always say, "Oh, well, we could certainly win." Brock Purdy's 4-0 in Seattle. Blah 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 blah. But then the moment they lose, like, "Oh, well, we didn't have Kittle, we didn't have Bosa, we didn't have Warner." Like, okay, you still have playmakers out there. You still have playmakers out there. And would George Kittle being out there stop the Seahawks from putting up 41 points on you guys? No, probably not. So let's be real. The thing for the Broncos is it sucks because I actually was looking forward to the AFC Championship game of Bo Nix versus Drake May, but we're not going to get that. We're going to get Jared Stidham versus Drake May, and some Broncos fans are trying to convince themselves that this could be a Nick Foles story. Where sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Where he goes into where technically it's a home game where he beats the Patriots, goes to the Super Bowl, and beats whoever is in the Super Bowl on the NFC side. I just don't see that happening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Broncos fans. Their defense is good, but you need your offense to show up. And I'm sure the Broncos are trying to draw a good offensive scheme for Jared, but it's just not going to work in my opinion. The Patriots are going to play their defense in a way to where they can kind of counter a backup quarterback who doesn't play super often. Um, yeah, it's. I'm sorry, Broncos fan. This is already a kind of early prediction. I'm going to go with the Patriots, but we'll talk about the Patriots and Broncos game momentarily. Let's go over a bit of a recap. So again, Broncos Bills. I know there was a bit of controversy of that interception or supposedly interception. There was a couple controversy throughout the game in general. Um, yeah, it's a disappointing way for the Bills season to end. I mean, to think about it, the Bills were not in the playoffs. The Chiefs, wait, no, not the Bills. My bad. I'm sorry. The Chiefs were not in the playoffs. The Ravens were not in the playoffs. Two teams. Not saying the Ravens can beat the Bills in the playoffs because whenever they do meet up, the Bills win. But the Chiefs are their kryptonite, and the Chiefs were not in it. And from a ground solid standpoint, you would think, okay, the Chiefs are not in the playoffs. Now, the Bills obviously have a threat in their way. The Broncos and even the Patriots. The Patriots are now a rising threat, and I mean, not even rising. They are a threat. And the Bills, my bad, I'm sorry, I keep on saying the Broncos. The Bills now have competition within their division for the past few years, ever since the Josh Allen has taken over and Brady left. They have owned that division. The Patriots fell off. Jets, same old Jets. Dolphins were there a little bit, but now they're falling off too. And now the Patriots are back, and it didn't even take them that long to rise up. And now the Bills have a threat in their own division. Disappointing way for their season to end. But yeah, Broncos are going to advance. Well, they are advancing, but I don't think they'll get to the Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to get a Nick Foles story. It's just not going to happen. When it comes to the Seahawks and 49ers game, once again, the Seahawks absolutely throttled this game, and the Seahawks defense is legit. The Seahawks defense is legendary and it can win us a Super Bowl. Bears Rams game was honestly a really peak matchup. That one throw Caleb Williams made for that tying touchdown, that was absolutely amazing. Should they have gone for two? That would have been a little too risky, in my opinion. But anyways, our first game is going to pop up. we have the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. This is for the Super Bowl right here. And I know we already talked about it. It's just not going to be good for the Patriots. I don't really know if they could do it. No Bo Nix. All right. Your offense does not have its leader. And I'm sure they're trying to draw up a perfect strategy for Jared Stidham, but it's not going to work. This Patriots team is good. Drake May is a really good quarterback. Now, granted, they're playing a good defense, but they already just beat a really good defense in the Texans. The only problem, at least for the Patriots, is actually no. The thing for the Texans is their offense is dog shit. The Broncos' offense is sometimes actually good, but without Bo Nix, I just can't see it doing anything. This is kind of an easy game to pick. I know a lot of people are writing off the Broncos, and some people go like, "Oh, well, don't write off the Broncos." And I know it sucks, man, because honestly, this matchup would have been peak if Bo Nix didn't get hurt. It would have been peak. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. I mean, it's pretty simple. I know maybe I'm underestimating the Broncos and I'm wrong, and it will be a Nick Foles type story where he can at least get to the Super Bowl. But let's be real. If Jared Stidham could even get the Broncos to the Super Bowl, they're not going to beat the Seahawks, or they're not going to beat the Rams. Neither of those teams they can beat, in my opinion. Particularly the Seahawks, of course. I can't see the Broncos coming out with a win. I can't. I'm sorry, Broncos fans. You had a great year. Just going to hope for him to get healthy and be ready next season and get back to it. Keep the Chiefs away from the division title because we still don't want them to win. But with this game, it's sort of easy. I have the New England Patriots beating the Denver Broncos and advancing to Super Bowl 60. Our next game is by far the best one of the weekend. We have the NFC Championship game, the Los Angeles Rams going against the Seattle Seahawks for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Okay, guys, I'm a Seahawks fan. I kind of announce that every time the Seahawks are up. I will try my best not to be biased, but yeah, let's get into it. So the Rams had to play in the wild card round. They beat the Panthers. Very close game, honestly. I was watching it. Panthers kind of let it go, but Rams fought hard and got the win. Congratulations to them. Then they come to play a really, really cold sort of defensive game, at least for most of the game, in Chicago. It was very tight and close, like 10-10 at halftime. The game kind of progressed. The Rams got the lead eventually. And then I thought it was over for the Bears because time was just running so short. And then Caleb Williams made that absolutely insane throw to get the tie. And that was a great play, I will say that. And then in overtime, they stopped the Rams on their opening drive in overtime. They had a chance to go down the field and kick a game-winning field goal. But instead, Caleb Williams, which I'm pretty sure was like not third down. It was like first or second down when this play happened. So it wasn't like a now or never situation. Caleb Williams decided to throw a very unnecessary, sort of a deep throw, and it got intercepted. And then that kind of ended their season because the Rams were able to drive down the field and get a field goal. Why didn't the Bears call a timeout to at least ice the kicker? Who knows? Because the Rams kicker has been a little inconsistent throughout the year. He's missed a few field goals. I don't know why they didn't call a timeout. At least it could have helped. I know they had timeouts. It's not like they didn't have any. But the Rams have fought hard. When it comes to the Seahawks, they obviously had the bye. They got the number 1 seed. San Francisco came to town. They did their little showing up where they had that boom box and they acted like they're all so tough and they got 41 put up on them. And they only put up 6 points. I saw all the 49ers fans were like, oh, well, Purdy's 4-0 in Seattle. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. And they always like to mention week 1, like, okay, yeah, anything can happen in week 1. Week 1, it was a whole new scheme. But if you ever talk about it before, we had Geno Smith as our quarterback. Geno Smith sucks. Geno Smith peaked during his first, probably even second year in Seattle, but then the third year was probably the worst one. Did he say 3 years? I don't even remember how long he's been with the team. 3 years. Yeah, because we went 9-8 the one playoff year, 9-8 the next year, but missed the playoffs, and they went 10-7. Geno had his best year, probably his first year, actually. I don't want to say take it back to the second year. He didn't really do too well. There's generally a couple times where he fucked us over and lost us the game, but these are different times. Sam Darnold, I love a lot of people try to say, oh, he's just a ginger version of Geno Smith. Sam Darnold is so much better. He is so much better. And again, this Seahawks defense, They throttled the 49ers. Okay, they throttled them. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't matter if they had George Kittle out there. Do you think they still would have put up more points? No, probably. Actually, maybe they would have been able to at least put up 9. They probably would have been able to put up at least an extra field goal. Maybe. But supposedly, Christian McCaffrey did not do anything out there. And Juwan Jennings, who was very excited to come to Seattle and play, didn't do shit. Ricky Pearsall came back from injury, didn't do shit. Trent Williams came back from injury, didn't do shit. So, yeah, I'm just saying, George Kittle being out there or not, he wouldn't have changed shit. When it comes to the rest of this game, though, with this game in particular, this is a battle. The Seahawks have an elite defense. Honestly, at least with the remaining teams in the playoffs, the Seahawks probably have the best defense. Some people will say the Broncos, but their defense is good too. But Seahawks defense is on another level at the moment, I think. They're on another level. The Seahawks offense played pretty well. A lot of people say, oh, Sam Darnold didn't even do that much against the 49ers. Like, yeah, he doesn't have to do much when his running game is going crazy and his defense is shutting down the opponent. Who cares if he only threw for like 124 yards? Yes, we all know that he's going to have to play. He's going to have to do more in this game, unless the defense somehow shuts down the Rams, which would be awesome. But we all know he always going to have to do more, and he's going to do more. I believe he will. And when it comes to this game, I think Sam Darnold can show up and put the haters to rest, essentially. The Seahawks defense is an elite unit that can go compete with any offense. And I know people say, oh, well, they let the Rams put up 37 on them. Okay, well, yes, we all know that. And I think this will be a possibly a high-scoring game, like in the 30s range, or it could be easily a Seahawks blowout where the Seahawks absolutely shut down the Rams. I don't think that'll happen. I hope it does. But obviously, as a Seahawks fan, okay, I know this game is scary. The Rams are a good team. Sean McVay is a good coach. Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback, and the Rams have a good roster. The Seahawks also have a really good roster. Mike McDonald is a great coach, and Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I believe my team. I think we can generally get to the Super Bowl. I believe it can happen, and I'm sorry. I'm obviously, again, it's not a biased pick. I'm picking my own team, of course. It's kind of normal. Why would I pick against my team? I think the Seahawks can find a way to win this game. The injury of Zach Charbonnet fucking sucks. He's one of my favorite players on the team. I love him. It's unfortunate what happened. But Kenneth Walker, he's a great running back. He can certainly carry the load. I know we have some backups that can help too. But listen, the Rams' run defense isn't particularly elite or great. And if the Seahawks can run the ball, pass it well, the defense can shut down the Rams on drives, stop them, contain them at least a little bit, the Seahawks can and will find a way to win this game. I think and I believe the Seattle Seahawks can win this game and advance to Super Bowl 60. So that's all I got. I have the Seattle Seahawks beating the Los Angeles Rams in Seattle and advancing to Super Bowl 60 to face off against the New England Patriots. And that is my prediction, folks. Thank you guys for watching. This video was a bit of a short one. I know there really isn't much to talk about with these two games. I mean, there is. With the Broncos one, it's a little bit easier. Rams game, I know I mostly talked about the Seahawks, but you already know my pick. You already know my pick. Now, yeah, the Rams could win this game. That's a concern. And I would absolutely hate to see it happen. But actually, this is more of a slander to the 49ers. Is that one of their divisional opponents is going to go to the Super Bowl and play in their own stadium and have a chance to win in their own stadium. So that's a giant slander to you 49ers fans that are all talking so much smack before the divisional round. And then the moment you get your asses kicked, like, oh, well, we were injured. Okay. Do having some of those players back change the outcome? I don't think so. I don't really think so. I don't think any of those players stopped the Seahawks from bringing it down on the opening kickoff for a touchdown. So yeah, anyways, but that's slander to the 49ers fans that either the Rams or the Seahawks will have a chance to win a Super Bowl in their own division. I mean, not in their own division, in their own stadium. God, that's a tough pill to swallow for 49ers fans. I'm sorry, guys. It's all love. Anyways, yeah, the Seahawks and Rams game is generally probably going to be peak. You know, probably the best game of the weekend, of course. The Broncos and Rams game Broncos and Patriots game, it would have been entertaining. And I think maybe Jarrett Stidham can maybe put on a flash. He can maybe put on a show. Maybe. Low chance, but I don't think it'll happen. You know, it'd be kind of cool if it could. I don't think it would personally. But anyways, Seahawks and Rams, it's going to be a great game. But I still have my Seahawks winning this game. I believe in this team. Mike McDonald, he has done an incredible thing with this team. turning them around in such a way. It's been a great year. It's been a great year. I look forward, and I really do hope the Seahawks can make the Super Bowl. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do I know ball? I'm joking. But obviously I'm going to go with my team. I'm not going to pick the Rams, of course. If the Rams do make it, I'm probably going to cheer on the Patriots, to be honest. I'd rather have the Patriots win than the Rams. But I believe my Seahawks can find a way to win. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I know I don't have much other content out. I know the last few uploads have been nothing but either related to Trump wanting to take Greenland or football videos. Now the Trump and Greenland stuff might be slowing down a bit. I will try to make a video on the current update on that very soon. But it doesn't seem like he's trying to invade it anymore, which is nice. Although for some reason he got confused and said Iceland calls him daddy, which I don't believe that's true. He probably just says that to stroke his ego. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which God, I don't even know what I'll have something out very soon. I'll try to get something out as soon as possible. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great rest of your day. Go Seahawks.